Would please stand. We'll start with the pledge and the prayer. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us here tonight and these wonderful people to be here with us, celebrate these kids. Lord, be with the board as we make the decision for the best of our abilities for the students and the staff and the community involved. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Call this meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. There is a quorum present, 4 board members and 3 absent. First item up, recognitions of students of the month.
Respectful, and always ready to learn. They are friends with everyone. Hold on, just a second. Your certificate, and here is your sworn cardinal. Congratulations. License. Congratulations. Next up for Mrs. Flannery, her kindergarten soaring cardinal is Miss Willow Jones. Miss Willow. Willow has a big heart and is always ready to help a friend and learn. Rowan Hamilton. Rowan, can you come up? Rowan is not here. Rowan is always ready to learn and participates in class. Next, from Miss Carroll's first grade classroom, Leona Petit. Next, from Miss Callie Jones's class, first grade, Zane Arredondo.
Yes.
Next we have for Miss Epperson's second grade class, Matthew Allison. Matthew works hard and always puts forth his best effort. He is kind and polite to his classmates. He is an amazing example of a soaring cardinal. Congratulations. And from Mrs. Norris's second grade classroom, our Aria Chaplin. Is an awesome student, always respectful, kind, and ready to learn. She's a great friend to all of her classmates and epitomizes what it means to be a soaring cardinal. Next we have from Mrs. Wyndham's class, 3rd grade, Emily Nichols. And then from Mrs. Westbrook's 3rd grade classroom, Jace Rogers. And I'm going to go ahead and present our Teacher of the Month. It is my great pleasure to present this month's Teacher of the Month. Today we will celebrate an individual who embodies the qualities we admire most in an educator: hard work, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to going above and beyond for her students and colleagues. Mrs. Pate consistently demonstrates what it means to be a true professional. Her work ethic is second to none, whether it's in the classroom, during after-school activities, or while collaborating with her fellow teachers. She is always working to ensure that her students succeed. Ms. Pate?
Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Pate, your Texas Roadhouse. Thank you so much.
So on the secondary side, what we started last year and something we're going to continue this year is we're going to promote one of our programs. And so this month, our program of the month is our FFA Ag program. So if these guys and Mr. Barron will come on up. So these guys are going to tell you a little bit about the programs that they're involved with, the projects that they are working on, the different elements of the FFA program and ag that they are a part of. So we'll start down with Harris, and you guys can introduce yourselves and then just kind of tell a little bit about what you're doing.
I'm Harris and I'm a freshman. In this 6 weeks, I've been taking my Hunter's Ed course, my boater safety, and we've been eating very good things. I'm excited to see what we can do next.
I'm Jackson Braley. I'm a junior, and I'm building a table right now. It's for Dallas, and can't wait to continue on.
I'm Reese. I'm the president of the faith. And I just help out where I can. Cook good things for you guys.
I'm Cole Martin, and I'm a sophomore. And me and one of my buddies, Grant, are going to build a hog trap for Dallas. I'm having a lot of fun in our ag course.
My name is Dex Cunningham. I'm a junior, and I'm the vice president of the FFA. Right now, I'm working on my steer program, so I'm taking 3 steers to Houston in February. I'm going to show them, hopefully they can get their money out of them.
I'm Ty Aldridge, and I'm a sophomore, and just moved from Redwater. Mr. Barron's been teaching us a lot of good things, and I'm building a fireplace right now.
My name is Stephen Hall. I'm a senior, and I'm just really having fun. I'm building a sheet metal cart that I'm going to be showing in Dallas here soon, and I really enjoy teaching these younger students how to put stuff together.
I know I'd like to brag on Reese and Jackson and Stephen. They make my job a whole lot simpler. The kids actually, I think they know more than me, which is great, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. The kids you teach are supposed to be better than you are at the things you do. That's what we all look and strive to do. And I know it's neat for me when I go out in the shop. My days are made a lot easier because Stephen's over there teaching the kid how to weld and showing him things. Reese is out there motivating kids. I can put Reese on something and say, "Hey, I need to get this done." And Reese least can take a group of kids and they'll listen to him. Jackson, I noticed him over there showing some kids today some different welding techniques that we do and some different things that we're trying to get done for our certifications and stuff. I'm going to brag on Stephen. Stephen wants to be a diesel mechanic, and we've been talking to several different colleges and several different places where he can go. He's won several competitions that we've carried him to as far as welding and stuff. But he's taken that work ethic that he's learned down there and at home, and he's turning it into a life lesson that's going to carry him on and hopefully make lots of money one of these days and pay taxes so I can retire. It's really neat to see some of these kids because I'm not a great ag teacher. I know I think I'm a great facilitator, and that's what I try to do. And we are so blessed and involved with some great kids. Now, Stephen, I feel a little bit more blessed with him because he's such a good kid because his dad had one of the best ag teachers Maud's ever had.
Well, and as you can see, all the things that the guys just said and what Mr. Barron just said, it was a very easy pick to pick this organization as our organization of the month for this first month. So I ask that you please give these guys a round of applause All right, Mr. Barron's going to stop right here because, and that's why I wanted to start with this guys first so you can hear about what they have going on. Because Mr. Barron, I think he was being a little shy. He is one of the best ag teachers in the state. He's the best I've ever known because he actually taught me. So, but he is. The way he gets our students ready for the workforce, like he was talking about Stephen and other students, this summer we received so many text messages from graduates, former students who were thanking him for preparing them for the workforce, preparing them for life after high school. They have great jobs, they're making really good money, and these are guys heading straight out of our Mod Ag program, our Mod Ag Mech program, straight into the workforce, doing great things. I know for a fact because my uncle, he is one of the guys at JCM that helps with the hiring and everything, and he can tell you, he tells me, our mod guys are ready. When our mod students leave our Ag Mech department, they are ready for the workforce, and that's attributed to Mr. Barron and all the work he does. This summer, he actually took myself and several of our secondary staff members on a tour of our shop, and if you haven't seen it lately, I encourage you to go down there and look at it. We actually received a JET grant, was it a year or two ago now? And we have new welders, we have virtual welders, we have so many new things down there to help our students to be prepared to go anywhere in America, go anywhere into the workforce, that they can go in and be prepared and make money. And that's Mr. Barron. That's him behind the scenes. That's him every single day. It doesn't matter if it's 99 degrees outside. They're in the shop and they're welding, they're working. And those guys, they go above and beyond. And I can't brag enough. They go out there, they put our flags up, they take our flags down. They don't have to do that stuff, but they do, and it's very, very much appreciated. And Mr. Barron, every single day since the beginning of school, he is out on duty every single morning, and he doesn't even have morning duty. He has lunch duty, and he goes out every single morning. So it's just nice as a first-year principal to have someone that you can rely on so much as I can on Mr. Barron. He's been a great help for me getting started and acclimated into this role, and that's why I made him my secondary staff member of the month.
All right, if y'all will follow them out there and take some pictures. And after that, as they always say, you're more than welcome to come back and hang around for the next 3 hours. Exactly. Next on the agenda is public comments. Do we have any? Communications. And item number 6, consent agenda. Does anyone want minutes from the August 27th regular meeting of the board, the monthly financial reports, list of students transferring in the district for the 2024-2025 school year? Is there anything anybody wants to pull, talk about?
Need to pull off D.
We'll exclude D as of now. We have a motion to accept items A, B, and C from the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Terry,
I'll second.
second by Josh. All in favor, raise your right hand. I'll do B.
Yeah, I do.
Item number D, River Valley Tractor. Do we have a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Terry, second by Josh. All in favor, raise your right hand. 3 in favor, 1 abstention. Information items, principal reports.
All right, Miss Seegers, elementary.
Sure wonder, I'm really slow by me.
I get that posted, sorry.
She talked too
Oh, he always is.
I got you back.
All right, so as of today, we have 211 students enrolled at Maud Elementary. We are up from last year, and we have 7 in Redwater. And our spotlights, we had a great Grandparents' Day. Had a lot of grandparents, over 200. We served 450 donuts, so we had a lot of grandparents. It was great. The next page, our DI group, Destination Imagination team, presented to the senior for Cardinals at the luncheon, and they really enjoyed showing what they have learned and what they did this summer. We had the snow cone truck come out, or the snow cone people come out and do snow cones this year. It was great. Our first round, the school, we made $175. So that was a great benefit, and all the money goes back in to buy awards and things for the kiddos that we make on that. Our Soaring Cardinals, you saw them tonight. They are a great group of kids. We're so proud of them. They have worked really, really hard earning that honor. And then our next page, those are our youngest Cardinals enjoying their very first pep rally. They had a blast. They had shakers and signs, and I think they were the loudest in the whole building. It was so much fun. Below that, you can see we have a sensory room. A sensory room is for our kiddos who, whenever they get overstimulated, very, very upset, that's where we take them to get them to calm down, cool time, give them some pulling off time. And then we have our perfect attendance popsicle party today. We had 150 students who had perfect attendance for the first 6 weeks. We have 210 students, so that was amazing. Yes, we had to divide it into 2 playgrounds. They had a great time, and they had an extra 30-minute recess today. They really enjoyed it. And I just, told each and every one of them as they went out the door, and we gave them a apostle, thank you for coming to school every day. We love you, and we're glad you're here. Our upcoming events, we have a secure lockdown planned for next week. On the 10th, we'll be going to Redwater to watch the play Frozen Junior, and that will be the whole elementary. And they are really excited about that. On the 16th, 17th, and 18th, we will take our ELA science and math interims. So then we'll have data for you next month to talk about how we're doing, where we're at. And then on the 21st, we're going to celebrate our 50th day of school by dressing out in 50s attire. It's going to be kind of like our 100th day of school where they dress like they're 100 years old, but we're going to take it back to the 50s era. All right, and that's all I have. Do you have any questions? What's going on? Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Do what?
I said thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Put on their secondary enrollment as of today. You can see there we have 227 students enrolled in our secondary. Our attendance rate as of today was 96.54, so it kind of gives you a breakdown of each grade. You can see our largest grade there, our sophomore group, with our 8th, 11th, and 12th graders being a little bit smaller, but kind of overall matching up. We are still up from last year at this point with our student enrollment count. First 6 weeks, excuse me, what we did last week is we announced to our students. Our students did not know this, but we took a snapshot in time for attendance for these 6 weeks. And so we had 2 grades. We took a middle school grade and a high school grade who had the highest attendance rate. For our middle school, it was our 8th grade with a 99.15% attendance rate for the first semester, or 6 weeks. And 10th grade was 96.94, so you can see both of those were fantastic. Because they were the highest grades, what 10th grade will get is they're going to get a Sonic drink. And 8th grade, since they had the highest attendance in middle school, and then across secondary, they're going to get a pizza party luncheon. So our students are going to get to enjoy that. That's our attendance count. So now they know going into this second 6 weeks that we're going to do that every 6 weeks. Because like Mrs. Seeger said, attendance counts, and we make announcements on that every single day. We can't teach an empty desk, so we want to try to encourage our students to come to school. We also did that for our staff members. We drew out of all the staff members, we had 11 who did not miss a day, did not leave early with administrative leave or anything, and we drew, and Miss Belinda Brown actually won our first 6 weeks prize. So she was very excited about that. Something we have going on in middle school, in addition to that, is we have our Leaders Challenge. We sat down with our English PLC a couple of times, and we decided that, reading is essential in education, and so how can we encourage our students? And so we kind of played off something that our elementary has done for the past few years, and we took it back to AR for 6th and 7th grade, and then something similar to AR in 8th grade. And so if they can read 12 books for the entire semester, and we take everything they've read up to this point. So we started this about 3 weeks ago, so everything they've read up to that point, 12 of their grade level books or 24 of the smaller books, because here's the deal. If they want to read a smaller book, we're absolutely fine with that. We just want to encourage them to read. And so if they can meet that challenge, then we're going to have a day after the semester's over where we go and we just have a fun day. Off campus, we're going to go to the movies, and we're just going to make it a day. And one thing, I don't know if you guys are probably aware of this, but I want to make sure that I say it, is we actually now have a good relationship. We've always had a good relationship, but Sean Baskin at the First Baptist Church Maud, he's talked with us, and he has offered their Family Life Center for us, and they actually have a movie room. He took me and Miss Hudgens on a tour, and so he has offered that for us to use for a lot of our incentives for our students. Our students love going over there. We actually had our homecoming dance over there, and the students loved it. They had places where they could play games, basketball and everything, and it's just a really nice setup that's close. We don't have to pay for it, and so that's going to help us a lot to be able to do the incentives that we want to do that don't cost us just a lot of money. So we're going to do that for our Leaders Challenge winners that go to the movies and then go up there and eat and play and all of that good stuff. We also, last Wednesday, took our 11th graders to a financial literacy workshop in Texarkana, and our seniors are actually going this Wednesday to a community reality fair. If you have a junior, so Josh, you can ask Jackson about this, they came back and said, our poor parents, we didn't realize how expensive it was, because they gave them, like, this is your income, and now you've got to go pay these bills, and they had to go around and do that. And I think it was a very eye-opening experience for our juniors to see how much things really do cost. And so hopefully they'll help out now with their parents and not asking for so much. But our seniors are going to do something similar to that this week, so we appreciate these community organizations putting that on and inviting our students to attend. I just want to touch real quick. I know Dr. Seeger said we'll get into it in more detail, but I just want to put it in front of you for this month, and then next month I'll go into it, kind of our academic secondary goals that we're going to have. Dr. Seegers and I sat down, and these are things that I'm talking about with my staff members when we hold our PLC meetings. What do we want to see at the end of this year? And you can see there our goal number 1 is that 75% of our students, by the time they graduate, they meet their CCMR goals. so they receive a point, basically, is what it is. And then our second goal is 100% of our students will graduate high school in 4 years. And I know that seems like two goals that we're just thinking high school level, but when I present next month, you'll see our progress measures go all the way down through middle school and even to elementary, of setting our students on the right track and getting them prepared to be able to achieve these two overarching goals. So that's going to be our goals. I'll present more to you next month as we get into that. That's all I have. Do you guys have any questions or anything you need me to clarify? All right, thank you.
Coach Turner.
All right. So right now, our volleyball team, junior high, our C team is 3-2, our B team is 3-2, and our A team is 5-0. Really proud to have 3 teams at the junior high level this year. It's a big deal to have that many girls playing. High school, the JV is 11-5 combined on the year. They've also been playing 2 JV teams some. Not every week, but when other teams have them, which I think is a benefit for us for having that many girls out playing. The varsity is 18-11. They start district play this Friday in Detroit. Cross country, last meet, the girls were 2nd overall. Mallory Bishop was 4th. Kason Pickering was 5th. Hannah Rainey was 8th. And Mackenzie Bishop was, I have the wrong, 14th, I think is what it was on there. I have 2nd, but she wasn't 2nd. They were 2nd overall. And the boys side, Cordell DeGrope medaled. He was 9th overall, and the junior high boys, Miller Coleman was 10th overall and medaled. So having a pretty good, successful year in the cross country as well. Football, played a pretty tough pre-district schedule. Hopefully that helps out in district play. We begin district play Friday at Detroit at 7 o'clock. And junior highs play a scrimmage in 2 games, and they play again on Thursday at 5 o'clock. At our place against Detroit. And Friday will be awesome because volleyball and football will be at the same spot. So if you want to get you some mod athletics, show up at Detroit about 4:30 and stay the whole day. So, anything else?
And the junior high boys got to meet Adrian Peterson a couple weeks ago.
Yes, they did. The junior high boys got to introduce to a fellow from Mount Enterprise that was every bit of 6 foot and 200 plus pounds. And they got to see what it was like to go up against a bigger, faster, stronger kid. Hopefully, he's done growing, and ours continue to grow. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Coach. All right. Consider and approve Model ISD Threat Assessment Team.
Okay, Tina, this is something that we do each and every year. If you remember last year, it was a little bit longer on our list, but because of staffing changes that occurred this past summer, we've got several that's going to be added back to it. But these are the members that we have starting this year. These are all certified through the School Safety Center. And so we just need to approve this list for our school behavior threat assessment. And what this group does, in the event that we have a student make a comment or a threat toward the school, this is designed basically through the School Safety Center, but I drew a blank all of a sudden. It's like the Secret Service, but it's the FBI type level stuff where they've gone through all these different traits, characteristics. You know, you're not trying to profile by any stretch of imagination, but what you're looking at is how do you see the warning signs that are true warning signs, or are they just attention seeking? And so to dive through that and make a decision for a kid and a campus based on student behavior. So it's rather detailed. It's going to change drastically next year, and so right now the School Safety Center is the all in all for this, but the Texas Education Agency is fixing to take this over based off legislative material out of the last session. It's going to become part of Sentinel, which you'll hear me talk more about a little bit later. But it's going to be one standardized behavior threat assessment for the entire state of Texas. So we did put in to pilot that program this year. We'll know next month whether or not we were chosen for that. But the thing that we do need to do tonight is just approve this list. As we have other team members finish their training and become available to participate as a full team member, we'll come back to the board and add them to the list. We don't bring them all right now just because we want to make sure that we're compliant on the safety side. All members are trained and certified. And so we do have people that are not on this list that we will pull in and work with to get their perspective for the group so that we have all the angles. But this is the group that we have at this time that is capable of serving on our team. Any questions?
We have a motion to approve the Mon ISD threat assessment team as presented. Motion by Terry, second by Tim. All in favor, raise your right hand. Unanimous. All right. Next up is to approve the 2024-2025 Shack School Health Advisory Committee members.
Okay, this is something that's been in policy for a long time, probably going on about 20 years. We're getting close to it, I think. And so, but basically, this is the group that meets 3 times a year. They look at everything from bleeding control stations, where AEDs are located. If you remember, they made a recommendation last year to buy another AED, and that was donated to the district. They make recommendations on, all the different pieces that need input, different perspectives on health and safety related items related to school. And so they meet. Nurse Nisi is the head of that department, and she does a great job with them. These are the ones that are served as representatives, and just as it's an administrative piece, we just approved the SHAC committee. They'll serve their 3 terms this next year and bring a whole report back to us periodically throughout the year and a final in the summer, and we'll see what recommendations they have to make.
Very good. We have a motion to approve the 2024-2025 Shack School Health Advisory Committee members.
I'll make it.
Motion by Josh. I'll second. Second by Tim. All in favor, raise your right hand. Superintendent's report.
Okay, figured I may update just a little bit because I saw Terry get on to the principals last week. So in front of you is a little bit more details on superintendent stuff, with pictures and stuff like that. So just wanted to quickly, there is a update from Robert Gadwall with OBR. It was in that underneath your picture packet there. Got a little symbol from him as well on top, so you can see that piece there. Just some things he wanted to outline to the board. Big thing is the architects are about 75% on their drawing sets, which means that the engineers are running significantly behind that as far as the recommendations to the contractor. However, we are shooting for October 3rd complete set to the ideal, which will give them a couple, 2 to 3 weeks to look at everything, go out, make some recommendations, come back. We're shooting for some significant updates in October to the board, and with a GMP from ideal no later than the November board meeting. And so those are some pieces that are coming in there. Robert's doing some cost analysis on this as well, so you can see those numbers there, kind of where we're going, what we're trending, and what we're seeing. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes right now. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the surface, but with the new set of drawings and the new engineering pieces coming out of it, there's a lot of moving pieces between the other parties in this endeavor. So, any questions on that one? Okay. Seniors for Cardinals started their September meeting. We had a great turnout. We're a little bit worried there. It rained that day, so we never know what's going to happen. But we did have a good turnout. The elementary did a great job presenting for our seniors. All in all, Miss Neal did a great job providing food. Our kids took great care of everybody, so it was a really good meeting. Wanted to let you know we did get our new band trailer. Sent you a screen pic last week. We picked it up. Superintendent managed to get the first flat on it already, so we fixed that one. And we're off and rolling, and hopefully we won't have no more problems on it. But we're good. We're excited about that. I'm actually going to take it tomorrow to Texarkana and get some measurements off of it and let them start marking up some schematics for it. So what's the word? Graphics and stuff for that piece there. Board training. I put this in here. I also sent the whole team an email right before we started tonight. It's time for we have our annual biannual training. If you'll mark your calendars again, December 5th. That's at the Region Service Center. It's ISO. That will be Tim and Josh. That will be the state dinner night. Oh, okay. I apologize. Kind of got your hopes up and then hot pocketed you there. It was kind of a major letdown there. Just sorry about that. And so, but that will be the state dinner night. If we all show up, that's a team of 8 as well. The other piece here, the school safety training. Tim and Josh have completed this. This is because of their first new board member pieces, but it's time again for everyone to retrain. So I sent that email to you, and it's also hyperlinked in that. It goes back to the Texas Education Agency, and you just click on that and run through it. So it's the same thing y'all did 3 years ago. Let's just keeping up with that piece. And then one thing, Wilfred shared with me, he wanted me to ask. Years ago, I think the team used to go periodically. Some of you would go to TASA and go through that piece there. It's a little late for the one with board members this time. However, midwinter is coming up, and if it is something that you would like to go to, just let me know and Miss Holly, and she'll get the rooms booked for that. She has to actually sit on the computer when the timer goes off and attack to get rooms for it. And so, if not, we'll end up on the other side of the river. That's where Miss Siggers always likes to go. And so, she fusses at me every year. We're on the other side of the river.
That's a little Austin.
Yeah, this is Austin. And so, it is TASA. I would say probably the two best conferences of the year. One is Midwinter, which is predominantly superintendents. There are a lot of board members that go to that one. But the one that the board members usually go to, which is, I think, in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, that's historically a pretty well rolled out one as well. And so the vendors really do a great job of trying to cater to everybody. So if that's something you're interested in, would like to be a part of, let me know, and we'll look at the midwinter dates. That's January the, 24th through the 29th, something like that. 26th to the 29th. So let us know about those, and we can make some accommodations there. Last thing, I think I must have wrote over there. In that email I sent you, there's a board safety board member training hub that's from Region 8. I think it's something that's relatively new. Last 4 years, Ms. Holly thinks. And so I just resent that to everybody. That's just information on board members, and just a good resource there if you want to click on that from time to time, kind of see what's coming down the pipe for board members and the way things are going. We are going into a legislative session, so I expect to hear quite a bit of stuff coming up in the near future. And so we all know that we expect the financial world to be, what's the word, miserly, Tommy, at best. And so we'll see what comes out of it. So, other than that, Mr. President, I think that's.
All right, we'll go into executive session at 7:12 p.m. Discussion of personnel per Texas Government Code Section 551.074. We'll return to regular session at 8:03 p.m. Next item is adjourn. Is that a motion?